Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Math. Happy Friday. Here we are. We're doing warm-up number 47. I hope you're ready to knock this stuff out of the park today so that way you can have your weekend. We have number 47. Make sure you put your name on it, and then let's get started. We have facts that we're going to go over first, subtraction, rounding, addition, place value, and a word problem. So let's dig in. 9 plus 4. 8 plus 9. 12 plus 7. 7 plus 9. 8 plus 3. 10 plus 6. 11 plus 7. 6 plus 6. All right, let's do some subtraction. So with the subtraction, we're going to stack it. We have 851 on top. We have 671 on the bottom. Make sure you line up your place values, and we're going to subtract our ones, which are ones. 1 minus 1. Now we have 5 minus 7 you can't do, so you have to borrow from the 8. The 8 becomes 7, and the 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 7, and then 7 minus 6. Bring your final answer over, place it in the box. Next, whoa, I made my pen big. Next, we have 249 rounded to the greatest place value. Well, greatest place value is in the hundreds, so we have 249. The 2 is asking the 4, are you less than 5? The 4 says yes, and yes means stay. So it's going to stay the same, 200. So always ask that question, is it closer to 200 or 300? The 4 says to go down. So it's going to change to 200. Next, we have 817. The 8 is the greatest place value, so it's going to ask the 1, are you less than 5? Yes, so the 8 stays the same, 800. Moving on down. We have 1,236. 1,236 to the greatest place value. That's the 1. The 1 asks the 2, are you less than 5? You betcha. Yes. So the 1 stays the same. Everything else changes to a 0. Next, 6,933. The 6 asks the 9, are you less than 5? Nope. And that means go. No means go. 6 goes to 7. Everything else turns to a 0. Remember, here you're asking, is it closer to 6,000 or 7,000? Well, 9 tells it that it's closest to 7,000. 5,222. 5 asks the 2, are you less than 5? Yes. So it stays the same, 5,000. Next, we have 8,493. This is a battle on it. So we have 8s the 4. The 4 says yes. And that means the 8 stays the same. That one was a fighter because if you look further, you see a 9. The 9 tells the 4 to go up, which then would tell the 8 to go up. But because we're only looking at the 8, the 4 is lower than 5. And since the 4 is lower than 5, it doesn't matter. It's going down. All right, let's move on. I'm going to delete this, so pause it if you need it. We have addition. So we're going to add, and we have 627 plus 627. I don't know why my brain does that, but everybody's different. My brain always makes me make 2 different types of 2s. You guys always get on my case about it. Sorry, I don't know why. It's just my brain. 7 plus 7, 14, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 2, and then 6 plus 6. Put your final answer here and move on. Now we're going to write in standard form. Now, I don't want to tell you how to do your math, but if you're stacking all these up, it's somewhat silly because I want you to look at it a little bit more than that. So if you just look at it, you have 1,526. Do you really need to add, or can you see it? And that's, everybody's different, right? So can you see it that everything's in a different place value? So the ones in the thousands, the fives in the hundreds, the twos in the tens, and the sixes in the ones. So there's nothing happening with the math. They're all just coming down. 6, 2, 5, 1. So now you have 1,526, which you had if you just read it, because it's in expanded form. So that's the number, just expanded. So bring it together. I don't know if you notice that or can get it. So some people would have to add it. I want you to be able to see the place value, though, and see that you don't have to really add it. 200 plus 3, right? So 203. So I'm hoping that you can see that. Can you see this one? Can you see it without adding it? Like, don't do any addition. Just say it. Say it out loud. 569. Okay, so 569. And that's really what we're doing. So when we go back to expanded form, you break it down the same way. 569. You know, so we're breaking these numbers down. Moving on. I don't even know if you guys watch these videos. Check this out. If you're watching this video, type me on GoGuardian right now. Say, I just saw your video. That way I know. It's pretty cool to know because I don't know if anybody's watching these videos. This is like a long video for morning work, and I want to know, do you guys watch it? All right, so four students had a contest to see who could sell the most tickets. Arrange the numbers from least to greatest. Least to greatest. So smallest number, 997 because it's hundreds. So we have 997 is less than. Which one is next? We have 0 hundreds, 0 hundreds, 100. So this one's the biggest. That's the big. Now we need to find out between these two. We have 0 tens, 110. So this one's big. Now it's not as big as that one. So this is the next smallest one. I've already organized them. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the order we're going to go in. And what you should have noticed is, I'm sorry, I'm probably just being like too fast. I'm sorry. 1001 versus 1019 versus 1101 versus 997. So we start this not by looking at the ones, but looking at the greatest place value. So we see that this one has 0 thousands. So this is the smallest, which is why it's number 1, because we're starting with the smallest. Then you come over and you say, okay, well, this is the biggest one because in the 10 or in the hundreds, it's the only one with a digit. So this is number 4. It's the biggest one. So that one's done. Then you have a fight between these two. Which one is the smallest here? So the smallest one is going to be this one because 0 versus 1. So that's number 2. And this is number 3. Wow, my circling has failed me. So there you go. Put them in order right there using the less than symbol. That's it, guys. Sorry that was a lot. We got through it, though. Hopefully you watched the video. And that's that. So anyway, have a great rest of the Friday. I'll see you on Zoom. Follow me.